This conference will now be recorded.
So, dear students, good evening. We are now going to start our session. So, in the last class, we discussed till question number 4, and 5 we started discussing. In the last class, I gave you hints and asked you the question that which option you think is going to be correct, and several of you answered correctly after the class as well. So, you see, the question here is below are the 4 equations in X. The first equation is 5 into 1 plus 4 by pi power x equal to 9. Second one is 5 into 1 plus r by 17 power x equal to 9. Option C is 5 into 1 plus 2r power x equal to 9, and option D is 5 into 1 plus 1 by r power x equal to 9. Now, out of these 4 equations, there is a constraint, and the constraint is the value of r is in between 0 to 4, excluding 0 and 4. So this is the underlying condition. The value of r is in between 0 to 4. Then question is that which of these equation has largest number of solutions? That means which equation will give us largest values of x. Now we see is that in all the equations came into the same category is something into 5 into some number power x equal to 9, means 5 into base power x equal to 9. That means base power x equal to 9 by 5. Now for largest values of x, the base should be minimum. Yes, that is the very fundamentals about number system. Now what are the different bases? We see there are bases. One is 1 plus 4 by pi, one is 1 plus r by 17, one is 1 plus 2r, and one is 1 plus 1 by r. And out of these 4 bases, you see that 1 plus r by 17, that is the minimum when 0 less than r less than 4. And that is why we get the option B as the correct one. I hope it is clear to you. Any doubt, do let me know. Otherwise, we are going to move to the next question. So then in the next question, it is mentioned that ABC is a triangle with angle B is equal to 90 degree. That means as simple as that, it is a right angle triangle with angle B as the 90 degree. That means we can draw a right angle triangle, and that is the right angle triangle. So it is ABC, and it is mentioned that let AD be the bisector of A with D on BC. That means there is a bisector of the angle A, and D is on the BC. That means if this angle is theta, then this angle is also theta. Correct. And suppose AC is equal to 6 units. This AC is given as 6 centimeter, and the area of the triangle ADC is equal to 10 centimeter. Okay, 10 centimeter, 10 square centimeter. Then we need to find the value of BD. So as AC is equal to 6 centimeter, let's assume this BD be x centimeter. This BD be x centimeter. And let us assume this DC as y centimeter. right? And let us assume that AB, that is equal to Z centimeter. So these are the values of X, Y, Z we are assuming. Now according to the question, it is given that the area of the triangle ADC is 10 centimeter square. Area of the triangle ADC is equal to 10 centimeter square. Now what is, we know the area of the triangle formula is equal to half into base. What is the base? Base is DC into altitude, height is nothing but AB, that is equal to 10. So from here we get what? Half into DC. What is DC? DC we assume as Y. And what is AB? AB we assume as Z, that is equal to 10. So from here we get the value of Y into Z is equal to 20. Y into Z is equal to 20, that we got. Now we are going to find the value of X. So how to find the value of X? And there is a fundamental angle bisector theorem, and we need to take help of that. So angle bisector theorem tells that by means of angle bisector theorem, by means of angle bisector theorem, we get, so it says that that AB by AC, according to angle bisector theorem, it tells that AB by BD, that also you can say in that way, AB by BD, that is equal to, you know, is equal to BD, AB by BD is equal to AC by DC, AC by DC, that is the angle bisector theorem. That means what? AB, whatever the side you get, and the other one is BD, their proportion should be equal to the other proportion AC divided by DC. Okay, now keeping this in mind, what we are going to get is that, if you see, what is the value of AB? The value of AB is equal to, we know Z. So Z divided by BD, that is equal to X, is equal to, what is AC? AC is equal to 6, and divided by DC, DC is equal to Y. So from there we get the value of 6x is equal to Y into Z. And what is the value of Y into Z? Y into Z, from this one we get 20. If we give this equation as 1, from equation 1 we get 6 into x is equal to 20, and we get the value of x is equal to 20 by 6, and that is nothing but 10 by 3 is equal to 10 by 3 centimeter. So we get the required value, BD is equal to 10 by 3. See how fundamental that this KVPY question is. So I would like to tell you, 2 minutes why this question is important. As the area of the triangle ADC is given as 10 square centimeter, you can very clearly write that, okay, half into DC into AB equal to 10. That is half into Y into Z equal to 10. That is Y into Z equal to 20. But how to get the value of X? Now it is an one unknown there X, but we get equation with there we frame that problem with 3 unknowns X, Y, and Z. Out of that, only one unknown is our prime interest, that is x. Y and z are kind of a just unknown, but that information is not important to us. And as the area of the triangle is given, we found the value of y into z equal to 20. But how we can bring x, how we can find the relationship between x, y and z? Actually, that gives an idea that we should think about the other theorem, like in this context we are using that angle bisector theorem. So this is a very classical question. It is a amalgamation of equations with number of unknowns, more than the number of equations. Okay. uh, so I hope you understand this, and we can proceed with the next question, that is question number 7. Sorry. If you see the question 7, it is mentioned a piece of paper in the shape of the a sector of a circle as shown in the figure 1 is rolled up to form a right circular cone. That means whatever you see, this is a sector. From class 10 we have areas related to circle. So this is a sector. From this sector, if it is folded up, okay, it becomes this is a right circular cone. That means what? It says that when this transformation happens, one thing we can find is that the slant height is nothing but, if this is a slant height, as you see, the slant height is nothing but square root of 12 square minus 5 square. Because if you see, if we give the name A, B and C, ABC is a right angle triangle. As ABC is a right angle triangle, we can find the slant height. Slant height is AC. Slant height is nothing but AC, and that is equal to square root of 12 square hypotenuse square minus 12 perpendicular square altitude square 12 square plus 5 square, and 12 square plus 5 square, as you know, it is 13. So you find that slant height is equal to 13. Now this piece of information is important to derive. So after that, what we are going to apply is very simple. Is that what is the entire arc length? Suppose this arc length, what we consider, is equal to S. Suppose this is the arc length S. This arc length is S, and suppose this is equal to our R, okay, which is a slant height. As it is a sector of a circle, then R is the radius of the circle and S is the arc length. Then from a very fundamental information we know S by R is equal to theta. That implies what? That implies S is equal to R into theta. Now what is R? Here R, we need to find R is that slant height. That means what we get is that S is equal to 13 into theta. Correct? I hope all of you understood. Now how to find the S? If you look it very carefully, whatever you see the S here, this S, once it is folded and become a right circular cone, it become, this is the same as, correct? That means this S becomes the circumference of a circle of radius 5 units. So that means S is nothing but the circumference of the circle with radius 5 unit. What is the circumference of the circle of radius 5 units? It is 2 pi into 5. So 2 into pi into 5 is equal to 13 into theta. So from here we get the value of theta is equal to 10 pi by 13. So 10 pi by 13, and we get the correct option as A. In case any doubt, please do let me know. Uh, okay. Now let's proceed to the next question. Acha, here I didn't in the previous question we didn't discuss this thing. Here is the option D is the correct one. So I didn't mark, though I mentioned. So option D is the correct one in the previous question. And now we discuss about the question 7, and question 7 we get what as the option A is the correct one. I hope everyone is well understood about this thing. Now let's come to the next question, that is question 8. If you look into the question 8, it says that in the following figure, AB is equal to 12 centimeter. That means this AB is given as 12. Okay. CD is equal to 8 centimeter. This is equal to 8 centimeter. BD is equal to 20 centimeter. That means the entire BD, this is 20. And ABD is equal to AEC is equal to EDC. All are 90 degree. This is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. And this is 90 degree. So if I write very clearly, this becomes 90 degree. Now we need to find the value of, if B is equal to X, that is also given. This B, this is given an X. Then there are 4 options. What are the options? Let's look into it. X has, because the options will drive us that how to proceed. Whatever I have written here, it is just to leveling whatever the questions has been given. AB is equal to 12, I wrote 12. CD is equal to 8, I wrote 8. BD is equal to 20, I wrote 20. I just label all these things. And ABD, AEC, and EDC, all the 3 angles are 90 degree. Hence, I wrote this thing. Now, there are 4 options. X has 2 possible values whose difference is 4. X has 2 possible values whose sum is 28. X has only one value and X is greater than or equal to 12. X cannot be determined with the given information. These are the 4 options given, and as we see, all the 4 options are related with X. We need to find the value of X, or you need to find some kind of an equation related to X, or we can find that X is expressed in terms of something else for which we can infer about the possible values of X. This is the motivation towards finding the solution. So now how we can proceed with the solution? So as you know, here most important part is that the three angles. As the 3 angles has been given equal, we need to take assistance of that. And as the sides are given of these 2 right angle triangles, so it actually gives us an idea that we may proceed with trigonometric ratios. So if we assume this angle as theta, this angle is theta, then this angle will be 90 degree minus theta. 90 degree minus theta. Okay, let me write somewhere else. So this angle should be 90 degree minus theta. Correct? Now, in the triangle, in the triangle ABE, ABE, we get, what is tan theta? Tan theta is equal to AB by BE. AB by BE. So that means tan theta is equal to AB is given as 12 and BE is given as X. So this is one equation we got. Now you may ask that, sir, why you took tan? Because we do not know AE. So, and there is no purpose then, right? So if A is given, then we could have taken something else. Okay. And by the way, if A is given, then the question doesn't make much sense because we can find the value of X very easily and infer which option is correct. Now again in the triangle, so now we need to think about the other triangle CDE. In the triangle, CDE, we get, so tan of 90 degree minus theta, tan of 90 degree minus theta is equal to CD by ED, CD by ED. So what is tan 90 degree minus theta? We know this is equal to cot theta. What is CD? CD is given as 8. And what is ED? ED is nothing but BD minus BE, that is 20 minus X. So this implies what is cot theta? Cot theta is equal, so from here we can write tan theta is equal to 20 minus X by 8. Now what is tan theta? Tan theta from the equation 1, we get 12 by X is equal to 20 minus X by 8. So we can write in the bracket by equation 1. So from here we get what? X into 20 minus X is equal to 96. So that implies x square minus 20x plus 96 is equal to 0. So that we can have a middle term factorization, x square minus 12 by x minus 8x plus 96 equal to 0. From here we can take x into x minus 12 minus 8 into x minus 12 is equal to 0. This implies x minus 12 into x minus 8 equal to 0. From here we get the value of x is equal to 12 and 8. Now let us revisit all the 4 options. X has 2 possible values whose difference is 4. Yes, it is correct. X has 2 possible values 12 and 8 and their difference is 4. But we no need to proceed, the other options also. So here we get the option A as correct and we are done with the solution. Now let's go. I hope things are clear. Now we can go to the next question, and next question is something like this. 3 circles, each of radius 1, touch one another externally and they lie between 2 parallel lines. The minimum possible distance between the lines is which one? Okay, so by looking into the question, let us first visualize how it will looks like. So 3 circles, each of radius 1, touch each one another externally. So let's first visualize this statement. If you visualize the statement, it will be something like this. If this is the first circle, if this is the second circle, and if this is the third circle, okay, we are assuming these 3 circles are actually of the same, shape and size. They are in between the 2 parallel lines. What are the parallel lines? We can draw one line like this, and another line which is parallel to the line what I have drawn is something like this. Let's assume this. Okay. So according to the question, we need to find the distance between these 2 parallel lines. Suppose let's assume the distance between the parallel lines is bx. Okay, so then how to proceed? Okay, let's see. So suppose this is the center, this is the center, and this is the center. Okay, so let us assume this point as A, this as B, and this as C. Obviously, you understand by now that ABC is an equilateral triangle, right? Because as all the three, circles are of same shape and size. So that means we know in an equilateral triangle, the any angle of the triangle is 60 degree. That means let's assume this angle be 60 degree. If this angle is 60 degree, now let us draw one more perpendicular from A from here. And let's assume D be the foot of the perpendicular on the BC. Correct? Now in the triangle ABD, in fact it is a right angle triangle because the angle ADB is 90 degree. So in the triangle, in the right triangle ABD, we get tan, sorry, not tan. What are the information we have? We have the information about AB, and we have the information about what is AD. We need to find the distance D. Now that means if we can find the value of AD, then after AD we can add this thing. This is 1 unit, and also after that we can add this. This is also 1 unit. Correct? So that means the required distance D, what we need to find, D is nothing but AD plus 1 plus 1. That means D is equal to 2 plus AD. So all is required to find the value of AD. So let us give this equation as equation 1. So in the right angle triangle ABD, what we get? We get sine 60 degree, because we need to express in terms of AD should be there. Okay, it is equal to AD by BD. That is equal to AD by BD. So this implies sine 60 is what? Root 3 by 2. Oh, I'm sorry, I made a small mistake here. Sine 60 degree is equal to AD by AB. AD by AB. This implies sine 60, we know the sine value of sine 60 is equal to root 3 by 2, and AD, and what is the value of AB? The value of AB is nothing but is a sum of the two radii of the circle. That means 1 plus 1, that is 2 units. Since AB is equal to sum of AB is equal to 1 plus 1, the sum of two radii, that is equal to 2. So from here we get the value of AD is equal to root 3. Now as the value of AD is equal to root 3, so we apply the value of AD is equal to root 3 in the equation 1. That is implies D is equal to 2 plus root 3 from the above equation 1. And so we get this is the required distance between the two parallel lines. We get 2 plus root 3, and we get the option A as the correct option. Any doubt, please do let me know. Okay. Thank you. Let's go to the next question, that is question number 10. And this is a question of pure mathematics, number system, how you can play with the numbers to make a conclusion about the prime divisors. So here the question is that the number of distinct prime divisors of the number 512 power 3 minus 253 power 3 minus 259 power 3. How to proceed? See, here, solve more than starting the solution to the question. First, we need to understand what is the relationship between the numbers 512, 253 and 259. So my advice to the students, whenever you get this kind of question, first jumping to the solution, first you think that what are the relationship between the numbers 512, 253 and 259. I give a minute to think that what result you can come up. Okay, I'll just give you 1 minute. Let's have a this kind of classes in a very interactive one. So you can tell me what relationship you are going to find between the numbers among the numbers 512, 253 and 259. Okay, as I didn't receive any answer, so let me tell you, if you add 253 and 259, you will get 512. 253 plus 259. Yeah, correct. Thanks, Rest. You give the answer. You gave, power of 3. Yeah, that we need to eventually use. Thank you, Rest. So 253 plus 259, if we add, that becomes 512. And that gives an idea, the first thing to, towards proceeding the first few steps, not the entire solution. So now you see the way I'm doing and how you can apply this information. I'm taking little slowly to explain because solving one question is not a that big deal. Because I am a teacher, I can solve problems, no, not at all a big deal. But how I'm solving and how you can apply this knowledge to solve similar problem in future, that is the most important takeaway out of this kind of classes. So what I'm writing as, I'm writing this is equal to 512 power, sorry, 512 power 3 minus, we can write this is equal to 253 power 3 plus 259 power 3. You can ask that, sir, why you did, okay, we understood 253 plus 259 is equal to 512. But then why you write like this, minus of 253 whole cube plus 259 whole cube? Because a cube plus bq is a plus b whole cube minus, you know, uh, 3ab into a plus b, a cube plus bq, that we can apply the formula. So a cube plus bq, that formula you can write a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. The moment we write a plus b become 512, that will help us to proceed further. So what we can write is that this is equal to 512 whole cube minus a cube plus bq. A cube plus bq means a plus b into a square. That means 253 whole square, a square minus AB minus 253 into 259 plus 259 whole square. So this equal to what? This equal to 512 whole cube minus, this is also 512, 253 plus 259, and after that what we get, we will just rearrange. Rearrange is that 253 is whole cube plus 259 whole cube minus 253 into 259. This is equal to 512 whole cube minus a cube. I'm sorry, it has to be square, not cube. Just a minute, I made a small, mistake. Yeah, correct, Arun. You are correct. So I'm just also detect the same thing. So it has to be a square. So here as it is, we are writing 5112. Now a square plus b square, 253 square plus 259 square, a square plus b square, that is equal to a plus b whole square minus 2ab. So 253 plus 259 a plus b whole square minus 2 into 253 into 259 minus 253 into 259. This is equal to 512 power 3 minus 512. This is 512 whole square minus 3 into 253 into 259. That is equal to 512 whole cube minus 512 whole cube and minus plus 3 into 512 into 253 into 259. So 512 whole cube, 512 whole cube got cancelled. So we get this is equal to 3 into 512 into 253 into 259. Now problem become little straightforward, that how we can express this as a product of the prime factors. So as it is 3 we are writing, because we cannot further make it 3 as a divisor of the prime factor is not possible. 5112 is nothing but 2 power 9 into 253. 253 is nothing but 11 into 23. All are prime numbers so far, and 259, if you express it as a prime factor, it will be 7 into 37. So if we write very properly, it is 2 power 9 into 3, correct, into 3 into 7 into 11 into 17 into 23. So there are total 6 prime factors. So there are 6 prime divisors. What are the 6? 2, 3, 7, 11, 17, 23. So these are the 6 prime divisors of the given expression 512 whole cube minus 253 whole cube minus 259 whole cube. I hope you understand this question. If you have any doubt, please do let me know, so that we can proceed to the next question. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question, that is question 11. Here it is. Consider an incomplete pyramid of balls on a square base having 18 layers. There is a total of 18 layers and having 13 balls on each side of the top layer. So in the top layer there are 13 balls. Then the total number in of balls in the entire pyramid. So if you visualize this problem, it will be something like this. Uh, you know, this is the square one. The base is the square one. Okay, and it will be something like this. Pyramid is not complete because here also you'll get a square one, and if we draw something like this, so it will be this kind of a diagram the pyramid is having. So in the top there are 13 balls. So top layer has 13 balls. So one layer below the top, it will have what? It will have 14 balls. Means 14 balls in the length and breadth is 14 because it is a square shape. So top layer has how many balls? 13 into 13 balls. The top layer, so if I write, top layer has 13 into 13 balls. Then the one layer below that top layer will have 14 into 14 balls. Then one level below that 14 by the layer which has 14 by 14 balls, it will have 15 by 15 balls. Okay, so that means what? This implies, okay, one layer below, immediately below top layer, one layer immediately below the top layer has 14 by 14 balls. Then one level, as I said, one level beneath that, the layer which has 14 by 14 balls, it will have 15 by 15 balls. In that way, how many layers it will complete? It will complete 18 layers. Correct? So as n is the total number of balls, then how we can compute n? N should be equal to, first one is 13 square, next layer will have 14 square, next layer will have 15 square. In that way, it will continue till how many layers? 18 layers. That means the last layer will have 30 balls plus 30 square. I hope you understood how it is 30. 13 to 14 to 15, in that way if you complete the 18 layers, it will be 13 plus 17 layers. 13 is the first layer, 13 plus 17, that is equal to 30. So 30th layer. So our problem now reduced to the find the value of 13 square plus 14 square plus 15 square dot 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 up to 30 square. how to find this value? That is now coming to a question of sequence and series. If you remember, if I can use that formula, we need to use the formula of the sum up to the first in sum up to the first sum of the squares of the first in natural numbers. That formula we need to use. What is mean by that? It is something like this. If I write it here, just a minute. It is, remember 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square dot 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 up to n square. There is a formula, all of you are aware, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. So this formula we need to leverage and to find the number of this thing, that find the number of the find the value of n basically. So how we can use it? So that implies we can write from here, we can write n is equal to, we can write 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square dot 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 up to 30 square. From there we'll subtract 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to, in that way you will go to 12 square. Correct? So I hope all of you understood this step. So now from here we can find the value of n is equal to, what is that, 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to 30 square. That we need to leverage the formula which I wrote into the the formula in the left hand side. So that is equal to 30 n into n plus 1, that is 30 plus 31 into, let me write elaborately so that later also you will not have any problem. So 30 into, sorry, just a minute. So 30 into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. That means 2 into 30 plus 1, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6 minus, here what will happen? Here we will get 12 into 12 plus n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1, 2 into 12 plus 1 divided by 6. From here value of n is coming as 30 into 31 into 30 into 31 into 61 divided by 6. Yeah, I already start getting the answers from the students. So that is equal to 12 into 13 into 25 divided by 6. If you simplify further, you will get the value of n is going to be 8805. Now any 8805 obviously is, as you see, it will be between 8000 and 9000. So we get the option B as correct. I hope things are clear. Any doubt, please do let me know. All right. Now let's proceed to the next question. That is, question 12. It is, let's first go through the question. A man wants to reach a certain destination. 1/6 of the total distance is muddy, while half the distance is tar road. Okay. For the remaining distance, he takes a boat. So there are three, mode of journey. I mean, three mode of, obviously three mode of journey because of three different type of roads: mud, tar, and it is a stream definitely. Otherwise, why you will take the boat? For the remaining distance, he take a boat. His speed of traveling in mud, in water, on the road, in the ratio of 3:4:5. the ratio of the duration he requires to cross the path, it will be path, okay, of mud, stream and tar road is what? So uh, let us first understand. Let's consider the distance as 6x, because as it is mentioned 1/6, 1 by 2, and 1/6, 1 by 2, their LCM is 6. So it is better if we consider the distance as 6, so that it will helpful for us to break into the different part of the road in a number of multiplication of proper integer. So let us assume, let the distance be, let the distance be 6x. Now from here what we understand, as it is 6x, so that half of that 1/6 of the total distance is muddy. Then what is that mud road? Mud road is become now x 1/6. And what is the tar? Okay, mud, while the half of the distance is tar road. As 6x is the total distance, then tar road is half of this, then tar should be 3x, 6x by 2, that is 3x. Then the remaining is a it takes a boat, so remaining will be a kind of a river or whatever pond, so we can define this as a stream. So that will be what? 6x minus x minus 3x, that is 2x. So these are the distances, so we can write this as distances. Okay, now what is the speed? So according to the question, the speed of traveling in the mud, water and tar are in the ratio of 3:4:5. So the speed we can write in this way. In the mud road, if we so now what is, let's take the multiplication, common multiplier with 3, 4 and 5. We can assume, as it is in the ratio of 3:4:5, so let's take the speed are 3v, 5v, 3v, 4v and 5v in the mud, stream and tar respectively. So in the speed in the mud it will be 3v, correct? In the tar it will be 5v, and in the stream it will be 4v, correct? So how much time it will take in each of these three travel? So we know the time taken is nothing but the distance by speed. So this will be x by 3v, x by 3v. Here it will be 3x by 5v. Here it will be 2x by 4v. So these are the different time duration it has been taken. And that is the question. Question is that, according to the question, the ratio of the duration he requires to cross the mud, stream and the tar road. So the ratio, in time taken, so ratio of the duration, the ratio of the duration, ratio of the duration he requires to cross the mud, stream and tar is, what is for mud? X by 3v is 2. Stream is what? 2x by 4v. 2x by 4v is 2. It is 3x by 5v. So that is equal to what? We can take x by v, taken out as it is ratio. So that is equal to 1 by 3 is to 1 by 2 is to 3 by 5. So now to make it in a proper ratio, or how to make it is that we need to take the LCM of 3, 2 and 5. The LCM of 3, 2 and 5 is 30, and we should multiply each of these ratios by 30. So that becomes 1 by 3 into 30 is to 1 by 2 into 30 is to 3 by into 5 into 30. 1 by 3 into 30 is equal to 10 is to 1 by 2 is 15 is equal to 18. So 10 is to 15 is to 18, and which is the option C. I hope it is clear to all of you. Any doubt, please do let me know. Otherwise, we can proceed to the next question. Next question is question number 13, and it says something like this. A frog is presently located at the origin 0, 0 in the xy plane. The moment I read this statement, we can visualize this. So if we visualize, it will be something like this. Suppose this is the coordinate axis. Sorry, let me draw it properly. So let's assume this is the x-axis, positive direction. This is negative direction x-axis. This is positive direction y-axis. This is negative direction y-axis and origin. It says that a frog is presently in the location 0, 0. This is 0, 0. Now, it always jump from a point with integer coordinate to a point with integer coordinates, moving a distance 5 units in each jump. Very important statement. It always jumps from a point with integer coordinates. Suppose it will start from 0, 0. It is an integer. From a point with integer coordinates to a point with another integer coordinate, moving a distance 5 units in each jump. That means if from this point, if the frog jump to another point something like this, so this has to be an integer coordinate. This coordinate, if we consider this point as A's coordinate, whatever I wrote, suppose we write the coordinate as alpha comma beta, it has to be both alpha and beta has to be integer. Okay, and this distance OA has to be 5. Now the question comes is that how we can express 5 in such a way that we get this both alpha and beta as integer. Suppose this is the point L be the foot of the perpendicular from the point A to the x-axis OX. So then what is alpha? Alpha is OL equal to alpha. If we write OL is equal to alpha and AL equal to beta. Now from Pythagoras theorem, what we can write? Alpha square plus beta square is equal to OA square, which is equal to 5 square. So now if you recall the Pythagorean triplet, from there we can say is that 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. Correct, isn't it? So that means we can consider that this implies we can consider this equal to 4 square plus 3 square is equal to 5 square. That means we are considering OL is equal to 4 unit, and we consider AL is equal to 3 unit. So that now we get the coordinate of alpha and beta is actually converted to is equal to 4, 3. Correct? So we get 4, 3. As we get it 4, then from this point A, again it will jump to an integer coordinate. Now the question is that what is the minimum number of jumps required? What is the minimum number of jumps required for the frog to go from 0, 0 to 0, 1? That means 0, 0 this one, 0, 1 will be where? 0, 1 should be a point like something like this. This point could be 0, 1. Suppose let's consider this is the destination D. This coordinate is 0, 1. X coordinate is 0 and Y coordinate is 1. Now, as it is jumping to 5, then from there again it will go to another point, integer coordinate with a jump of what? That same 5 units. So from here it will go to another point. It will be something like this. Okay, and it will be 5 units. Let me draw it properly. So it will be something like sorry, something like this. So now suppose this point we consider as we consider as a point B. Now this also has to be integer. Now suppose we consider this coordinates as gamma and delta, where AB is equal to 5 units, right? AB is equal to 5 units. So here we get AB is equal to 5 units. And what you know as OL is equal to, if we draw a perpendicular from the point A to the line OB, suppose let M be the foot of the perpendicular. Then what is AM? AM should be also 4 because AM is equal to OL, that is equal to 4. AM equal to OL, that is equal to 4 units. So that is also 4 units. So this is 5, this is 4. As we know that BM square should be equal to AB square minus AM square. From the Pythagoras theorem, AB square minus AM square. From here we get BM square. AB is what? 5 square. AM is what? 4 square. 5 square minus 4 square equal to 3 square. We get BM square is equal to 3 square. That implies BM is equal to 3. That means BM equal to 3. We get this as 3. Now as this is 3, OM is also 3. So OM, we already know OM is equal to 3. That means what is the coordinate of the point, Y coordinate of the point OB, X coordinate of the point B, Y coordinate of the point B is 6, and X coordinate of the point B we already know it is 0 because it is on the Y axis. So that means we get OB is equal to OM plus MB, OM plus MB, that is equal to 3 plus 3, that is equal to 6 units. So instead of gamma delta, we get it is 0, 6. So so the frog will jump from 0 O, the origin O to the point A. Suppose this is the first path, and after that from A it will jump to the point B, that is the second path, and from B it will again jump to another one, integer one with jump of 5, but whatever it will be a point 0, 1. So it needs minimum 3 distance to be traveled. It has to be 3 jump, 3 hop is required. This is the third path. So we get the option B as the correct one, that the minimum number of jumps required for the frog to go from 0, 0 to 0, 1 is 3, and we get the options as correct option as the B. Okay, so we are almost about to complete the 2 questions, and we are running out of time as well, but I'll cordially request you to spend another few minutes so that I can give you hints to these 2 questions, and I request each one of you to please do let me know your solution. Let me give you the hints, and so that you can proceed further and do let me know your solution, which I will discuss in the next class. I will discuss both question 14 and question 15. If you look into the question 14, it mentions that a certain 12-hour digital clock displays the hour and the minute for it of a day. Due to a defect in the clock, whenever the digit 1 is supposed to be displayed, it displays 7. What fraction of the day will the clock show the correct time? It is a challenging question, and I want each one of you to proceed, okay, with my hints. The clock will show the incorrect time between what? Between 1 to 2, isn't it? Because 1 is displayed as 7. So the incorrect timing should be 1 to 2. Then it will be 10 to 11. Then it will be 11 to 12. Then 12 to 1 and 1 to 2. And apart from that, you will not find. And it will happen for both day and night. Okay. So you can find how much time is required from that. From that, you need to find the total number of, as it is a fraction, so you need to divide by 24 into 60, and you need to proceed accordingly. I just give you the hints, so please do it at your end and do let me know. Now let me go to the question number 15. Question number 15 says, there are 30 questions in a multiple choice set. Yeah, I got answer from some of the students, so I do not want to reveal at this moment. Let me see who answered this question. Yeah, it is Pratik. Pratik, I do not want to reveal whether it is correct or not. Okay, what you can do, you can send me your detailed derivation and we can take it offline. Okay, so let me read the question 15. There are 30 questions in a multiple choice test. A student gets 1 mark for each unattempted question, 0 mark for each wrong answer, and 4 mark for each correct answer. Okay, a student answered X question correctly and scored 60. Then the number of possible values of X is what? So let me give you the hints here. This also has a this kind of question will be helpful to you in your class 11 and 12 with probability. So a right question, so there are right, if it is right, it is a 4 marks. It is wrong, it is 0 mark, and if it is unattempted, it is 1 mark. Now if you see that in X, the student get a score of X. Sorry, I'm so sorry. The student answered X question correctly, okay, and got the score 60. Now the question is that how you can distribute X in the 3 categories, right, wrong, and unattempted, so that their number of multiplication with 4, 0, and 1 constitute 60. For example, if you want to break X into 3 numbers, x1, x2, and x3, x1, x2, and x3, such that x1 plus possible values of X, it is being asked. So in how you can distribute that x1, x2, x3, so that you will get X should be multiplied with x1 should be multiplied with 4, that is a right answer. X2 should be multiplied with 0, that is wrong answer. And x3 should be multiplied with 1 for the unattempted, and you get this there 4x1 plus 0 into x2 plus 1 into x3 is equal to 60. Let me give you one such. Let me use a different color pen so that I can you can make the difference. Suppose I take 15, the student gave 15 answer correct, that right, and 15 wrong, and 0 unattempted. This is a value, correct one, because if you see why, 15 into 4, 15 into 4, that is equal to 60. 15 into 0, that is equal to 0. And on a 0 unattempted, obviously it is 0 into 1, that is 0. Now if you add this 60 plus 0, that you get as a that you get as 60. Similarly, what all combinations possible? This is one such combination. 15, 15, 0 means 15 right answer, 15 wrong answer, and 0 unattempted. This is one possible values of x. Like that, how many such possible values of x possible? Okay, so with this you can proceed, and we will resume our class in the in on Wednesday. As I always say in each of the previous classes, and I would like to repeat the same statement, please do in touch with me for any doubt, any clarification, not only related to KVPY, anything related to your preparation for your JEE Main, Advanced, Karnataka CET, BITSAT, etc. So I'll give a couple of minutes. If you have any questions, you can raise me so that I can answer, and after that we'll conclude our today's session. Thank you very much, Arun. Thank you, Shrestha. Thank you very much. Thank you, Akanksha. Thank you, Vaishnavi.